Aw, look at the babies. So cute. I love looking at all the Six of Cup cards and all the tarot decks because they're like really cute. Right, I'm using this like tiny mini deck, but I really do love it. And look, they're still at the bottom of the deck. So this might have something to do with like your inner child being, or maybe you're being asked to be more playful, or maybe there's a focus on your children right now and you're like super duper protective of them. And so is the divine. They are too protecting your children and your family. Okay, Hierophant, King of Swords. So there is someone strong in your energy, keeping you and your family safe. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I hope this finds who it's meant to. All right, I'm just going to provide some clarity, some insight, using some cards. Okay, you're divinely protected and loved, surrounding us in love, and so it is. So, please share us some details. Please and thank you for the highest and greatest good. Yeah, buddy. All right. Okay. Knight of Rods. So this would be, you know, having to overcome challenges. Like there's a challenge that you are currently going through right now. And it may have something to do with the subconscious mind, right? And how that affects our physical reality. And I feel like there very much could be an emphasis on like what you think about, you create. So I feel like there could be a bit of a lesson playing out here when it comes to that. I feel like it might have to do with maybe there is a mother figure here, or your mother, or you are someone who nurtures others in some way, or you can be very, very creative too. I'm getting that like you very much could also be the one teaching, okay? The Six of Cups, which were the kiddos. That could represent people around you, people that you have and that you care for or care about. I do feel like there's a bit of practicing going on with this, or some sort of teaching going on, because the magician is the teacher. So you might be teaching your children like how to work with their own mindset, right? So that it benefits them instead of keeping them in a fear and anxious mindset. I feel like there's a choice to make here. It's either, you know, you're going to think the worst about situations or the best about situations, or you're going to let your past affect your future. There's a call of this. It's like it's time for you to take charge of your life with the King of Pentacles. I do feel like this also could be like something as it relates to like a father figure in their lives. Maybe there's something that is feeling like it's missing. Okay, so maybe that's what the moon is like not feeling good enough, and allowing that to create, you know, things in your life that you have to battle and overcome. I feel like it's simply a choice. I feel like this is something that maybe a feminine energy is helping a family dynamic with, or helping others with. I feel like there's something about the Magician and the Empress specifically. I feel like there is some sort of lesson playing out about like what is manifestation even, and how it directly affects your physical reality. I feel like there is a lot of forgiveness. There's a lot of like compassion happening. There's a lot of like taming that inner beast too. And this, they could, Leo fire sign energies, I feel like they could be a bit feisty. Sometimes, you know, their growl is bigger than their bite. I feel like this is also balancing the ego. Okay, so there could be a bit of like learning about that too. There's a big lesson playing out here. I feel like this is for the highest and greatest good with the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is so that the family life is balanced again. I feel like there's a need to bring balance to the situation. I feel like there's been a lot that's happened that maybe you know, is meant to be like character building, right? I feel like these challenges, once you overcome them, you kind of look back and you're like, oh shit. I feel like that's playing out as well. I feel like there is this like acceptance of things for what they are, but maybe not dealing with them. I feel like there could have been like something that ended tragically or just abruptly that maybe caused a bit of fear, a bit of concern, a bit of like going within and maybe, you know, separating ourselves. And maybe there was someone that may have left us that is no longer here that has affected this dynamic. But I would say this represents, you know, growing up and transferring and transforming. Yeah, I feel like there is, you know, some defensiveness. Sometimes change is difficult. I feel like there's a bit of resistance when it comes to like maturing, growing up, being accountable and responsible for the actions that we take. I feel like there's a bit of feeling overwhelmed, maybe too much at once, maybe slow it down. I feel like there could be a bit more support, okay? I feel like there is a lot of masculine energy here. So maybe there's a bit of, I feel like there could be communication coming in that might be able to help. I feel like when you see the Knight of Swords, this can be maybe listening or talking to someone who, you know, has been through their own struggles. So there's a perspective that they can share. There's some guidance. I feel like when you look at the King of Wands, like this energy has been through it. And so maybe there's someone that they can talk to that can provide some relief. Maybe it's somebody online with the swords. Maybe it's like a mentor or someone who does what they would like to do when they grow up. I feel like this could be for anybody. It doesn't even need to be children. It's kind of like follow those that inspire you. I feel like, you know, this will help you align with what you're trying to create for yourself. I feel like this is something passionate. This is something that is adventurous, something that, you know, is a bit of a soul searching energy. I feel like there's a bit of soul searching playing out here. And sometimes you have to experience, you know, some challenges along the way so that you can appreciate once you get to a certain point in life. That's playing out. I do have the Emperor next, and I do have a Page of Swords. So this is all part of like this, you know, the lessons of becoming a man, right? Or having some sort of authority here. And kind of like, you know, seeing things from the bigger picture. Like you have to experience those things along the way. You don't just get there. Like you have to start somewhere. I feel like there's a bit of like, you have to start somewhere. There's like an acknowledgement of that. Two of Swords in the reverse. Three of Rods. I feel like this could be like a this could be like a course, a class, a topic, a book, something that like, you know, there's a lot of information in that can be shared or received. Okay, so there also could be a message that is coming in. Let's see. Two of Swords and the Three of Rods. I feel like there could be a decision that needs to be made, and it could take somebody in a different direction than maybe where they've been heading, because this is kind of like, you know, you're turning your back and you're going in another way. I do feel like that way that's going to be happening, playing out, like the ships are coming in and then it's going to be time to go. So I feel like there's some plans, there's some details, there's action that needs to be taken in order for this to kind of come about. Judgment is also at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is like a meant to be kind of thing. This is all playing out because it was like meant to be. All right. It all served its purpose. Right? I feel like Page of Cups and Justice is playing out. Yeah, it all served a purpose here. Right? It's like sometimes it's bittersweet. Sometimes it's bittersweet. Right? Sometimes growing up is bittersweet. I don't know. I feel like we've all kind of been asked to evaluate ourselves in the different areas of how we show up in life, how we show up in relationships, and whether we are coming, you know, from a place of balance, integrity, morality, ethics. I feel like it's about time we start working on our healing, right? So that we can show up in ways that can, you know, help fight the cause, right? I feel like there's a bit of like, you know, a bit of support, a bit of help. I feel like there's a better way of doing things. I feel like that's really the justice, is like, there's a better way of doing things. Like, how can we show up better? And it's to focus on our own healing. I feel like that's the catalyst for change here. I feel like that's playing out in a lot of different families in a lot of different ways. And so if that is happening to you, then just know that I too am experiencing that. It's definitely some growing pains. And so if you want to connect, you know, leave me a little message or a like or something, and I'll know that I'm not alone. That's for sure. And, you know, certainly wishing everyone well. Okay. Sometimes we have to make some difficult decisions, but they are just and fair, and they are for the greater good. So stay positive and optimistic to the best of your ability. All right. Love you guys.